What's up, Anime Fam? Ready to dive into some seriously addictive Isekai goodness? Today we're ranking the top 10 reincarnation anime where our protagonists go from absolute zero to hero, or should I say, god tier overpowered. These shows will have you binge watching until 3 a.m. questioning your life choices. Let's get started. This is Emmaverse Anime. I know you will like this video, and if you do, like and subscribe. Number 10. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Starting off our list with Ark, our skeletal protagonist who's basically living every gamer's dream, except he's stuck looking like a Halloween decoration. This guy starts off confused as heck, trying to figure out why he looks like he raided a medieval cemetery, but boy does he level up fast. What I love about this series is how Ark maintains his humanity despite literally being a walking skeleton. The character development is chef's kiss, and watching him go from "oh no, I'm a spooky, scary skeleton" to "I'm going to single-handedly dismantle slavery" is incredibly satisfying. Plus, the action scenes are absolutely gorgeous. Studio Satellite really said, let's make Bone Boy look badass. The relationship between Ark and the Catgirl ninja Ariane is pure gold. Their dynamic reminds me of those RPG parties where one player is super serious about the lore while the other just wants to stab things efficiently. If you're into fantasy adventures with a side of social justice, this one's definitely worth your time. Number 9. Chronicles of an Aristocrat Reborn in Another World. Now this one hits different because our MC Kane starts as a literal baby. Talk about the ultimate weak beginning. But here's the kicker. He retains all his memories from his previous life as a salary worker. Imagine being stuck in diapers while having the mental capacity of a grown adult. That's nightmare fuel right there. What makes this series addictive is watching Kane navigate aristocratic society while trying not to reveal he's basically a walking cheat code. The political intrigue mixed with overpowered abilities creates this perfect storm of entertainment. Plus, the guy literally gets blessed by multiple gods. Talk about winning the reincarnation lottery. The animation style is clean and crisp, though I'll admit some of the character designs feel a bit generic. But honestly, when you're watching someone casually destroy monsters that terrorize entire kingdoms, you kind of forget about minor animation gripes. It's comfort food anime at its finest. Number 8. The Eminence in Shadow. Okay, hot take incoming. Sid is probably the most relatable protagonist on this entire list, and that's slightly concerning for my mental health. This guy literally wants to be the mysterious, shadowy figure pulling strings from behind the scenes, and he accidentally creates an actual shadow organization while role-playing his Chunibyo fantasies. The genius of this series is that Sid thinks he's making everything up, but he's actually uncovering real conspiracies and genuinely helping people. It's like the ultimate case of fake it till you make it, except he's faking being a mastermind and accidentally becoming an actual mastermind. The irony is so thick, you could cut it with a sword. Studio Nexus absolutely nailed the animation, especially during the fight scenes. When Sid goes full "I am atomic" mode, you know you're in for visual eye candy. This series perfectly captures that feeling of wanting to be the mysterious cool guy everyone whispers about. Except most of us just end up being the guy who whispers about other people. Number 7. Kumo desu ga nanika? So I'm a spider, so what? If you've ever felt like life threw you a curveball, try being reincarnated as a spider in a deadly dungeon. Our girl, let's call her Kumoko because her real name is spoiler territory, starts as literally the weakest monster in the entire ecosystem. Like, she's basically a snack for everything else in that dungeon. But here's where it gets insane. Through pure determination, clever thinking, and an unhealthy amount of internal monologue, she evolves into something that could probably solo most anime protagonists. The progression system in this series is absolutely nuts. Watching her go from "please don't eat me" to "I am inevitable" is incredibly satisfying. The dual timeline structure keeps you guessing, and Aoyuki's voice acting as Kumoko is phenomenal. Seriously, she carries entire episodes with just her internal thoughts and reactions. Fair warning though, if you have arachnophobia, this might not be your cup of tea. But if you can get past the 8-legged protagonist, you're in for a wild ride that'll have you questioning the nature of humanity itself. Number 6. By the Grace of the Gods. This is comfort anime incarnate. Ryoma starts as a lonely salary worker who dies alone, which, let's be honest, hits a little too close to home for some of us, and gets reincarnated into a fantasy world where he befriends slimes. Yes, slimes. The cute, bouncy, allegedly weak monsters that every fantasy world uses as tutorial enemies. Except Ryoma's slimes are anything but weak. Watching him revolutionize an entire world's understanding of slime ecology while living his best cottagecore life is surprisingly engaging. This series is like a warm hug after a rough day. No world-ending threats, no dramatic betrayals, just a guy who wants to live peacefully while accidentally becoming the most important person in the kingdom. The animation by Maho Film is soft and pleasant, matching the series' gentle tone perfectly. It's the kind of show you watch when you need to decompress from more intense series. Plus, the slime varieties are genuinely creative. Who knew there were so many ways to make a blob adorable and useful? Number 5, the 8th son? Are you kidding me? Wendellin's reaction to becoming the 8th son of a poor, noble family is basically all of us when life throws unexpected responsibilities our way. This guy just wanted to live a quiet life, but the universe said, here's incredible magical power and political complications. Deal with it. The series does a great job showing how overwhelming sudden power can be. Wendellin doesn't just get strong, he gets accidentally level entire forests strong, which creates more problems than it solves. The political intrigue and marriage negotiations add layers of complexity that keep things interesting beyond just power progression. What I appreciate most is how the series doesn't shy away from the awkwardness of noble society. Wendellin's fish-out-of-water moments feel genuine, and his gradual adaptation to aristocratic life is well-paced. The harem elements are present but not overwhelming, which is a delicate balance many series struggle with. Number 4. How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. Kazuya proves that sometimes the pen really is mightier than the sword. Instead of gaining ridiculous combat abilities, our protagonist gets the power of economic reform and administrative efficiency. Sounds boring? Think again. Watching someone apply modern knowledge to medieval problems is surprisingly thrilling. This series is basically, what if someone with actual leadership skills got isekai'd instead of another shut-in? Kazuya's approach to kingdom management through infrastructure development, agricultural reform, and cultural integration is refreshingly intelligent. It's proof that you don't need to punch your way through every problem. The political maneuvering and strategic thinking required to modernize an entire kingdom creates tension that rivals any monster battle. Plus, seeing Kazuya's genuine care for his people and his pragmatic approach to leadership makes him one of the most mature protagonists in the genre. Number 3. Shangri-La Frontier. Sunraku is what happens when you take a hardcore gamer and drop them into the ultimate VR MMO experience. This guy doesn't just play games, he masters them, breaks them, and occasionally makes the developers question their life choices. His progression from skilled player to legendary figure is gaming wish fulfillment at its finest. The series excels at capturing the actual experience of learning and mastering a complex game. The attention to detail in game mechanics, player psychology, and virtual world building is impressive. When Sunraku discovers exploits or develops new strategies, you feel like you're witnessing genuine gaming innovation. The animation quality is consistently high, especially during the more intense gaming sequences. Studio C2C really understood the assignment when it came to making virtual combat feel visceral and impactful. If you've ever spent hours perfecting your gaming skills, this series will speak to your soul. Number 2. Reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. Being reborn as a dragon sounds awesome until you realize you start as a tiny, vulnerable hatchling in a world full of things that want to eat you. Our unnamed protagonist begins as basically a flying lizard with delusions of grandeur, but through clever thinking and strategic growth, evolves into the apex predator everyone fears. The progression system is incredibly satisfying because every power gain feels earned. Unlike some series where protagonists stumble into power, our Dragon MC has to fight, scheme, and adapt for every upgrade. The survival aspects add real tension to the early episodes. What sets this apart is the unique perspective of being a monster protagonist. The series explores themes of evolution, survival, and what it means to be human when you're literally not human anymore. The internal struggles and gradual personality changes create compelling character development that goes beyond simple power scaling. Number 1. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, the movie. Scarlet Bond, Rimuru Tempest, represents the absolute pinnacle of the weak to God progression. Starting as a literal slime, the most basic enemy in fantasy gaming, and evolving into a being capable of creating and destroying nations is the ultimate power fantasy. The movie specifically showcases just how far our favorite slime has come. Scarlet Bond delivers everything fans love about the series: incredible animation, emotional storytelling, and Rimuru being an absolute unit while maintaining his fundamentally kind nature. The movie perfectly balances spectacular action sequences with the character development and world building that makes the series special. What makes Rimuru's journey so compelling is that his power growth never corrupts his core values. He remains genuinely caring about his friends and subjects, using his godlike abilities to protect and nurture rather than dominate. It's power progression done right, showing that true strength comes from lifting others up rather than crushing them down. And there you have it, 10 series that'll completely destroy your sleep schedule and leave you questioning why real life doesn't have level-up systems. Which one's your favorite? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more anime content that'll fuel your isekai addiction.